Great day to all you wonderful people in the retirement world. I'm Rideshare Real Talk. I have a question for you all today. Did you retire broke? Well, I have a solution for you. In this video today, I'm going to show you how you can make $1,000 extra a month to supplement your retirement income. This is going to be a good video. You're going to want to stay till the end. There's going to be some valuable tips in here to help you. Now, millions of retired people around the world, they discovered that Social Security and retirement income ain't all what it cut out to be. You know what I mean? Because you got that money coming in once a month. It's very different income. Versus working and getting paid every 2 weeks or a bigger lump sum every month. Retirement money is only going to come once a month. And with the way that the world is changing, if you got money coming in once a month and you got a savings and all that stuff like that, you have to spend carefully. Everybody don't get an opportunity to retire with millions of dollars. Some are fortunate enough to retire with a nice pension, depending on how they structure, the 401k and the retirement income and things of that nature. But millions of people retire broke, fixed incomes do not account inflation and rising grocery costs and medical bills, such as medication that your insurance won't cover. And Lord have mercy, these gas prices has gone ridiculous. You don't know what with the gas prices, you don't know what because it's politics that messes with the gas prices. And you don't know what's going to be going on tomorrow that's going to raise the gas prices to 80 cents. That's just as real as I can be. You know what I mean? Many retirees are too proud, to admit that they're struggling financially. A lot of people have, they have pride, and they don't want anyone to know that they're struggling financially, in their retirement, because when you give these, when you retire, you give these companies all your life, and you work hard for them, and you feel like, hey, you worked and earned every dollar that you got and everything that you accumulated materially, you at least want to retire comfortably, But a lot of retired people soon find themselves back to working, Most of them even go back to working for the same companies that they retired from, probably on a part-time basis or something like that. And I know that can be a strain on the retirement community as well. You are not alone. You know what I'm saying? I have a solution available right now. And in this video, I'm going to give it to you. Now, gig work is not just for young people. Retired people are quietly making extra money every month. I know a lot of I know a lot of seniors and people that's in retirement that utilize gig work part-time to supplement their retirement income. And they are doing pretty good, you know. Okay. Why gig work is perfect for retired people specifically? I mean, I'm in my personal opinion, I think gig work is way better for people in retirement than younger people. That's just my personal opinion. Now, I am very experienced in gig work. You know, I've been in gig work for over 5 years. And you know, my YouTube channel is full of information about all types of gig work and the things that you know, that some of the things that you will go through at gig work, and a lot of information on how to, you know, to do things properly, you know, while doing certain types of gig work. See, what's good about gig work that I feel is better for retired people in the retirement community looking to supplement their income is you set your own schedule. You work when you want, you stop when you want. You know what I mean? You ain't got no boss, no office, no dress code, no politics. You know what I mean? You already know how to drive, most of you that drive, you know what I mean? And you don't need no new skills. There's no new skills that you need to learn other than coming to my channel and learning from the videos on my channel on things like Lyft and Uber, and any questions that you need to ask me about DoorDash or Uber Eats. If you drop a line in the comments, I'll get back with you immediately. Okay. Your life experience and maturity makes you a better driver than most younger drivers. Now, we're talking about when you're driving, whether you're doing Uber or Lyft, picking up people, okay? Whether you're doing Uber Eats or DoorDash, you know, picking up food and delivering it. As a more mature and older driver, you're going to be a lot more careful because you are exercising patience. You're not out there trying to run after every dollar and drop off every order as fast as you can, you know? So you're going to be a little bit more focused and careful in your driving. You know what I mean? The passengers will actually probably prefer older drivers. You know, more experienced drivers, calmer, safer, more professional, you know. So you can work 3 to 4 hours a day or every other day and still hit $1,000 a month. It is just that simple. You know, you can drive for Uber and Lyft, or you can do Uber Eats or DoorDash, or you can deliver medication, or you can you can drop off medical supplies, or you can pick up specimens. They have all kinds of gig apps, and YouTube has all of them. All you got to do is search, put in the search engine 2026 on YouTube, and medical gig app, medical supply gig apps or food delivery, and just go and sign up to them. You know what I mean? You know, so when you, the way I look at it is, this is the whole reason for me making this video. Because my mother is in retirement. She's been in retirement for quite a few years. My mother went back to work to supplement her income. The only reason my mother isn't working right now, and my mother is 72. The only reason my mother isn't working right now is because my mother is raising her great-grandson. Okay? And you all know that is a strain in itself on the older people. But my mother, you know, she's just not going to allow him to be in the system, you know. And she's going to raise him right. She's already doing it. She's had him ever since he was 2 years old, you know. And he's 12 now. But my mother is a retired LPN. And my mother she had worked for several years after she retired to supplement her income. I have several people that I'm friends with that supplement their income by doing gig work. A gentleman by the name of Paul that I see on probably a couple of times during the week. I think Paul is about 75, 76 years old. Paul and his wife live in a retirement home, and they have a retirement. They live in a retirement community, and Paul's wife is unable to work, but Paul comes out and Paul drives for Lyft. And I think Paul drives maybe 2-3 days a week. And he may drive 3 to 4 hours a day. And Paul, he does it because it supplement the income, because the insurance doesn't cover certain medications. And him and his wife need certain medications, and they have to pay for them. And him driving 3 to 4 hours every couple of days supplements his income, and he does pretty good, you know. The good thing about gig work is you can control how much money you want to make, because a lot of people in retirement and on Social Security, they will get penalized, you know. So when you are signed up to gig work, you don't get a W-2 form, you get a 1099 form, because the gig apps make you an independent contractor. So you will be working on the gig apps as independent contractor. So you're going to get a 1099 form at the end of the year. You can control how much earnings. That's the good thing about gig work. You can control how much you earn. You earn how much you need that make you comfortable. Now, I have an uncle, and he does it, and sometimes he goes way too hard. And, you know, my uncle is 69 years old, and, you know, sometimes he may drive 6-7 days a week. Well, they had to slow him down because he was earning too much money. And so he stopped driving 6 days a week, and I think he's only driving 3 days a week. And I only think he's driving maybe 4 to 5 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? And he do a little bit of Uber Eats as well, you know. But he supplements his income, and he's doing well. You know, the moral of the story, the moral of this video is, if you are an able body in your retirement and you're looking for something to do, you know, gig work could be a really good option for you, because Going into the working back in buildings and working back at facilities or driving again for the transit or whatever, there's a lot of politics there. They don't want to really pay you. You're gonna have to deal with the same thing that you were dealing with when you was a full-time employee before you retired. It's gig work is very flexible. You can earn how much you want to. You can work how long you want to. You can stop when you want to. You can supplement your earnings. You can say, hey, well, this week I'm going to go out here and I'm going to make me $250 and then I'm going to leave it alone. You get your 4 weeks in a month. That's about, what, 800? No, 250 a week. That's 1,000. You can go out here and say I'm gonna make 250, or you can go out and say, hey, well, just let me go out here and make an additional $150 a week. That's probably 2 days of work and a couple of hours. Couple of hours, maybe 3 to 4 hours. Every other day, 2 to 3 days, you can make $200 in no time. Now, when you're dealing with driving people, if you decide to sign up to Lyft and Uber, yes, you will be dealing with the public. And it's not as complicated as you may think it may be. Although there can be some complications in there. That's why I'm here. My channel here at Rideshare Real Talk. Anything you need to know or how to deal with certain things, you come to my channel and I will respond back to you immediately. Drop it in the comments. I wanted to leave this video today to the retirement community because I know a lot of retirees that's struggling financially. And when you retire, retirement is not what it's cut out to be. You see, man, he done raised the retirement number to 67 now, if I'm not mistaken. So he done even made it even more harder to retire. It's my personal opinion that I've been out here a long time, and there is a lot of seniors and people in retirement that's doing gig work to supplement their income, and they're doing pretty fine. And if they can do it, you can do it. Because in retirement, you're not trying to work full time. You're only trying to work a couple of hours every couple of days to supplement the income that you already have coming in. Gig work is a great option. Now, over the next couple of weeks, okay, I'm going to be dropping a series of videos to help you all in the retirement community with this gig work. My next video that I'm going to release in maybe Thursday or Friday, I'm going to get a list of gig apps that are good for you. And I'm going to explain the differences. I'm going to explain some apps that may not be good. So I'm going to give you, in my next video, I'm going to give you the best gig apps that people in retirement can do. And we're going to talk about all of the stuff, the ones that's hard. I'm going to give you all some that's not good to do. I wanted to leave this video today because I want to help the retirement community. I'm not far from it. I'm learning a lot out here, you can supplement your retirement income with gig work. And it would benefit you even better than the people that do it every day. Hey, I would like to ask you all to subscribe to the channel. Like, share my video, and hit the notification bell so you can stay notified on when I release my next videos. You all have a wonderful day out there. And if anybody didn't tell you today that they love you, Rideshare Real Talk loves you. I'm out.